Good afternoon, beloveds. Welcome to our Lenten Midweek meditations that are being done in the style of Taizé. Our Lenten journey in the wilderness is a time of introspection and connection and preparation. And so this midweek break is intended to help us with the challenge of taking time during each day to be still and to know God better. You can always revisit this time together at any point during Lent to continue working on mindfulness and having prayerful conversations with God. Now, Taizé is an intentional Christian monastic community located in Taizé, which is in southern France. And this community does have a focus on youth and young people. In fact, over 100,000 young people and adults from around the world make pilgrimages to Taizé each year to take part in prayer, Bible study, sharing, and communal work. Now, Taizé style worship is different. It involves the singing of distinctive and much repeated prayerful chants. In the Taizé community, it is typically done during candlelit prayer services, which are one of its trademark worship styles. Taizé music, in and of itself, highlights simple phrases, usually lines from the Psalms or other pieces of scripture, which are repeated or sung over and over in a canon. This repetition, and for us, the use of languages other than English, are designed to help us empty our minds in preparation for meditation and prayer. Now, interspersed between these sung choruses, we will find scripture verses and moments of silent prayer and centering. There is no reflection or sermon from the worship leader, pastor, or priest. Instead, we are all individually invited to reflect on these texts and to listen for God's still small voice, illuminating what we hear and what we sing for our own understanding. So take some time before we begin to get comfortable. Find a place without distractions. Put your phone on silent or turn off your notifications. Let people know that for the next few moments, you will be apart from the world, taking time to center yourself. When the meditation starts, lean back, close your eyes, take a big, deep breath, and give yourself permission to simply be present to the words and the music. Feel free to sing along with the choruses or just listen. This is an opportunity for us to practice something different and to remember that in these practices, we are not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress toward deepening our connection with the divine. See you in a few, and let us take this time to behold Deuteronomy 26, verses 1 through 11. When you have come into the land that the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance to possess, and you possess it and settle in it, you shall take some of the first of all the fruit of the ground, which you harvest from the land that the Lord your God is giving you, and you shall put it in a basket and go to the place that the Lord your God will choose as a dwelling for their name. You shall go to the priest who is in office at that time and say to him, "Today I declare to the Lord your God that I have come into the land that the Lord swore to our ancestors to give us." And when the priest takes the basket from your hand and sets it down before the altar of the Lord your God, you shall make this response before the Lord. A wandering Aramean was my ancestor, who went down into Egypt and lived there as an alien, few in number, and there they became a great nation, mighty and populous. When the Egyptians treated us harshly and afflicted us by imposing hard labor on us, we cried to the Lord, the God of our ancestors. The Lord heard our voice and saw our affliction, our toil, and our oppression. The Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, with a terrifying display of power, and with signs and wonders. And God brought us into this place and gave us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. So now I bring the first of the fruit of the ground that you, O Lord, have given me. You shall set it down before the Lord your God and bow down before the Lord. Then you, together with the Levites and the aliens who reside among you, shall celebrate with all the bounty that the Lord your God has given to you and to your house. Let us take a moment to silently pray and to meditate upon all that we have heard. A reading from the Psalms, Psalm 91, 1 through 2, and 9 through 16. You who live in the shelter of the Most High, who abide in the shadow of the Almighty, will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Because you have made the Lord your refuge, the Most High your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, no scourge come near your tent. For God will command God's angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, so that you will not dash your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder. The young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. And those who love me I will deliver. I will protect those who know my name. And when they call to me, I will answer them. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. With long life, I will satisfy them and show them my salvation. Let us take a moment to pray and to meditate upon these words in the silence. Our epistle reading, Romans 10, 8b through 13. The word is near you, on your lips and in your heart. That is the word of faith that we proclaim. Because if you confess with your lips that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For one believes with the heart and so is justified, and one confesses with the mouth and so is saved. The scripture says, no one who believes in him will be put to shame. For there is no distinction between Jew and Greek. The same Lord is Lord of all, and is generous to all who call on him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Let us take a moment of silence to pray and to meditate upon all that we have heard. We thank you for joining us for this midweek meditation. We hope that this has given you an opportunity to be still, even for just a moment. Be blessed and be a blessing, beloveds, to all that you meet. Until we meet again. Amen.